Think of equity as buying a treasure chest filled with coins for $100,000. Then you go to the house and you want to sell that treasure, and instead of $100,000, they're going to give you $150,000. That is equity. Those $50,000 that you gain after the sale, or because the chest, the coins are worth more, or maybe it was more than you expected. That is equity, and that is what we're going to talk about today, and we're starting right now. Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Natalia Echeverri with Coldwell and Weston. Home equity. You hear this term everywhere, but you wonder exactly what is home equity. The term equity is normally used in accounting, investing, startup financing, or in home ownership. We are going to talk about home ownership. We're not going to get into the other things because I'm not an accountant and I don't want to get things mixed up. But the meaning of the term equity is really similar in all of them. But I want you to have a basic idea on how the home equity works. So we're going to start with an example. On the left is Peter. Peter has a house that is worth $500,000. That's the actual value of the house. So Peter has been living in that house for the past 5 years. He's been paying his mortgage on time, everything is perfect. Sometimes he also chips in a little, like $50 towards principal, and it's perfect. His situation is perfect. After 5 years, Peter owes the bank $400,000. We're gonna put it right there on the right side. It means that Peter, the owner of the house, has a $5,000 home value, but he owes the bank only $400,000. So for Peter, the equity is $100,000 at this point. So equity in home ownership is what a home is worth minus what you owe the bank. The equity and the property can go up or down depending on your case. This is also how you calculate your net worth. What is your net worth? Let's say you work and every year you make $80,000, but your net worth is $100,000. How you arrive to that is simple. In the case of Peter, Peter has a house for $500,000. That is the value of the property, but he owes the bank $400,000. So his net worth is $100,000. Is that gap between the value of the home and what he owes the bank. In the case of Peter, every year that he's paying that mortgage, let's say $50,000 a year, that $50,000 is adding up to his equity. This is very simple, but sometimes we can get confused with the home value and the equity on the property. The equity in the property can be positive and also can be negative. But in the case of being negative is when you have to reach out to your mortgage or your bank or someone that can help you understand what's going on and give you a little help. So now we know that paying our mortgage help us get some equity in our property. The other way that we can improve that equity is with home improvements. If you like to know more about what home improvements add up to the value of your property to get that equity on it, I recommend you to watch this video. It's really cool. I will give you all the details in there. But overall, the improvements that you make in your property add value to the property, add value to the home, the value of the house. So at the time of selling your property, instead of, let's say, Peter selling his house for $500,000 because he invested in a kitchen and a bathroom and many important things that he can invest and improve, his home will be worth a little more than $500,000. So aside from the equity that he's gaining because he's paying his mortgage, he's done some improvements to also gain more equity. So that is very smart of him, but at the same time, the improvements that you make have to be really well calculated in order for you to really thrive and gain the equity that you need to gain, and not lose money because you over improved your property. So probably the easiest metaphor to remember is equity and home ownership, what is worth minus how much you owe to the bank. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate your company. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Let's chat and we can see how we can help each other. Thank you so much again. I will see you next week.